Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome back to Bell MTS Ice Butts for tonight's Manitoba Women Junior Hockey Playoff Opener. Let's go through the scratches first. For the Manitoba Blizzards, you can scratch number 1, Sydney Irwin, number 13, Chitiana Houle, number 14, Alyssa Olsen, number 15, Tyra Penner, number 16, Rachel Kumsty. You can switch jersey number in your program. Number 21, Rebecca Stevenot will wear jersey number 14. You can scratch for the Northern Stars, number 5, Kiana Thompson. We'll get this one started momentarily here on the TV, brought to you by Game Time TV, and Game Day Sports Network, MikeFMWinnipeg.com, and the MWJHL.ca. We'll get you back to the warm-up here momentarily, and the starting goaltenders as well here on Game Time TV. Still trying to get the crowd situated here. Still trying to get the crowd situated into our broadcast location here at the Ice Butts. But we're going to have Roxanne DeRoche, and then that's to our right here momentarily, and to our left is going to be Anya Dito. We'll get Curtis DePan, our camera guy today, on center right at some point here in a second, as soon as we get a bit of a situation rectified here on Game Time TV and the MWJHL Broadcast Network. Okay, so we'll start to our left here. Curtis in goal will be number 31, Anya Dito. And in goal to my left should be number 1, or to my right, sorry, should be Roxanne DeRoche. I'm a bit directionally challenged, at least to start here. We welcome those of you watching on the free preview, and we welcome as well those of you on the World Wide Web, Game Day Sports Network in Ontario, MikeFMWinnipeg.com. Also watching on the lead website, the MWJHL.ca. Chad Erickson with me on color. Do you have everything straightened out there? Apparently no, you don't. So we'll wait to bring you on here for 1 minute so she can hear me. Chad Erickson, let the playoffs begin. Your microphone is on.
Thank you, Michael.
The two teams will come to center ice alongside Curtis St. Marie, the entire Game Day and Game Time TV crew here from the Ice Butts. And the puck is down, and we're underway with the Northern Stars possessing the puck. They'll work it quickly down. Now they work it back off the outside. Our timekeeper today is Justin Passy. Back out now for Taylor Boer. Quick off the rush, and early rush in there for Madison Fleming. Fleming will work it. Now they play it back into the far corner. They'll send this all the way down quickly out front. And it's quickly back in toward the center right area. Curtis, you may want to zoom in 1 or 2 clicks. As it's played back, now they work it around. Back into the center right feed, back to the far point, right in on net. That'll be knocked away by Anya Dito. A little bit of tight quarters here as well as Lee tries to work it cross ice. Now it's quickly taken by the Manitoba Blizzard, and it's going to work up the center. They'll dump it in. Here's this quick chance again. Maggie Maddock right out in front. She couldn't push it just wide. All the way back around out the center. They'll flip it in. Works it back here. The quick in transition. It's going to be Stevenot. She'll move it in. She'll have it slowed down. As we've hit just over 1:10. Trying in its opening period is Joy Frieden. Frieden moves it in. Long play. That doesn't work. Got quickly out the center. And a Blizzard in a black and white jersey. They'll flip it in. Long play there. That was intended for Julian Henry, although that didn't work. Fast ice. Now they work it in. Here's Renee Stevenson. Stevenson plays it into the corner. They'll work it now. Back in front quickly as it's ripped around. Back into the middle. And it's going to be flipped back out to center and all the way around. Now they work it in, back behind the net. Stars in the white, they're down. Right now to our right, they're going right to left on your computer screen in the opening period. They'll work it up. Now they send it all the way back in. It's going to be taken there quickly by Joplin, quickly out front, stolen from her defensive position and quickly worked up the ice. Up for Kathy Pruffin it, they'll flip it in. Works it back quickly to the middle, and they'll send it all the way down. Up the wall, Pruffin it. Trying to jam it off the right side. We have not had a whistle, I don't think, since starting this game. And Chad is shaking her head, so that is proven to be true. Puck comes down, we're 2.5 into this opening period, they'll flip it in. Julian Henry leaves it there, left behind the net there by Roxanne DeRoche. Quickly out to get it, we were just underway in the opening period. Puck will work back in front, and I'll send this all the way back. Quickly there, looked like that was Genevieve Houghton, and she'll flip it in. This goes cross ice, they'll work it around. Long play intended for Medoc. Instead it's going to hit Betty Davenant. Quickly up the window, this is a long play by Mrs. Pedano. And the Blizzard will have to swing it away from trouble. Here comes off the window to be Renee Stevenson. Pass for Maggie Medoc. Puck gets played right in front of our broadcast location. In behind her by Van Tronen. Up behind here for McKenna Oswald. Oswald behind the net, shoved it back. Or that's going to be Kaylee Dirksen. Back quickly. Now they worked it up the ice. Long play there for Brittany Herring. And now worked it up the ice. Here come the Stars. Quickly into the zone. Pedano worked it to the front of the net. Dropped it off. Nice save in front. And do we have an early goal? Yes,
yes, that was Stevenson.
Okay, Renee Stevenson opens the...
Oh, no, it was held. It looked like it went in. It was held.
Okay, no, on the line. Our apologies. Curtis St. Marie, are you getting the handle of that camera now? Yeah. Out comes across here with the chance, throwing you right into the fire. Back in off the window. They'll work it into the corner now. Back quickly behind. They'll flip it. Waiting for it in the zone. So my apologies, we have no goal. Here with exactly 15 minutes to go in the opening period. And that's going to be an icing call quickly to our right. So the faceoff will come to our left in Anya Gito. Bit of a tight quarter, Cat. Not a lot of whistles. Both teams have gone through their whole bench already.
It shows to how well these players play against each other.
Yeah, and I think this is going to
skill.
This might be the closest series of victory, I think, at least on paper. Puck comes out in front. Now they work it around, they'll flip it in. Michael Gill alongside Kat Erickson and Curtis St. Marie and the rest of the MWJHL Broadcast Network. Plays it cross ice, they'll work it in. This is going to be flipped inside out, and that's going to go into the bench. And the coaches did that for cover there with their clipboards.
Like you said, one of the other broadcasts, every time they put the first thing they put in front of their face is the clipboard.
Yeah. Now they play it off the wall. Special hello to Dave Benedictson, who may or may not be watching online. Here's that long play up for Lee. Lee goes into the corner. Now send it all the way across. Now they flip it in. 15-10 remaining. In this opening period, we are scoreless. Puck comes quickly to the front of the net. Now they work it back. You do not need an account to watch the playoff games. They are just on our website on all the platforms. Unlocked. Puck comes back. They'll play it around, so people in the building promoting. They have it's unlocked today. Puck comes across. And will be unlocked for tomorrow's playoff openers as well. Puck comes up here, Stevenage. She's seen a lot of ice in this early going. Now there's a bit of a cross check in front, but a bit of a screen, and DeRoche made the save. Now back in. Early on, you just get the sense that this series will be decided by the special teams as the puck gets flipped back. Now they work it in. It comes all the way around. Here's Renee Stevenson. Stevenson, what a drop back for Joy Friesen on left pad save by Anya Dieto. Works it in. Now to the far corner. They'll work it down. Plays it in front. That's swatted. And they'll flip it all the way around. Leaves it in. Here comes Maddie Fleming. Fleming, what a drop. Up for Joplin, trying to pull the pin back for Fleming. And that didn't quite work. The product of Minnesota almost had her team's first to the playoffs. Fleming works it in quickly, spinning and firing, and that did not work. I almost wanted to say fighting, but that's not a word. Puck comes down into the middle, and now shoots it all the way across. Michael Yell, Chad Erickson, Curtis St. Marie, up the window. Here's Kennedy Hill. Hill's moving in a shot. Stop by Dino. Rebound. That doesn't quite work. Troy Friesen back to play it. Friesen trying to spin out of some trouble. Works it back to the point. The white jersey. Here's the Stars. The Boers. Leaves it quickly out of the middle. And it's going to be sent back out in front. Quickly sent back in. Now along the corner. Now work it in behind the net. Attempted to call the game off the monitor. That didn't work too well. Puck comes down. Now they play it back in. Not for the side of the monitor, but we have here today. Puck comes up. Here's Mighty Meta. He'll slide it in. It goes all the way down. Meta, the product of Selkirk, plays it out across. And it's going to come all the way down. 12:40 left in the opening period. Still awaiting the first goal of the playoffs. Here's Kleeman. Off the window, game 2 of the series will be on Saturday night, 6:15 right here on the MWJHL Broadcast Network. Now Stevenot gets taken out. I think that's going to be the first penalty. Actually, the arm didn't go up. The arm went up because it was icing. Oh. But for sure that was a penalty.
It worked. They're in Phoenix watching. And that's my daughter.
Back out.
Number 31.
Back to the middle. So someone. Sorry, what was that discussion there? I only caught the tail.
There's a family in Phoenix watching for the Blizzard.
Okay.
Online.
Puck comes off the window. So hello to Phoenix, Arizona. Right off the hop. Here's an opportunity to cross it off. Flip it in. Here come the Stars. Back out at Pindado. Pindado right on. Right pass saved by Dieto. She's going to grab it. And hang on. We are absolutely, you can tell it's playoffs because this building is fuller than it normally would be for a game that starts this early at night. We're just approaching 7 o'clock Central Time. Lots of time. In the event of extended overtime, we'll get to the rules of the overtime if we get there. Puck comes down. Here's Madison Fleming. Tips are going to practice after this game is done, whenever it gets done. Puck gets played cross ice. Here is going to be Daniel. Daniel through the seam. Quick shot, and she just missed wide of the net. Now they work it all the way around. They'll send it cross ice. Michael Gill, Chad Erickson, and Curtis St. Marie. That'll be quick on the trigger finger. Puck comes back out. Here's the chance. Pindado swung at it. Oh, that didn't quite work. Now they work it all the way back into the corner. Sandwich back around here for Kiana Lee. Lee tries to pull it out, but the Stars will go right to work. Stars go right back in. Great pass back to cross. Shot that is stopped. Tripping over each other. Oh, man. Pass out off the window. Here's Oswald. Oswald the shot. Right on. Now stop by Dino. The rebound just goes wide. Back in front again. They score. You can tell the Stars contingent that's here is loud based on the noise after that goal. And I believe this is going to be, can't pick up the jersey number here.
That's Daniels, I think.
Oh yeah,
that
you're
is
right.
Daniels.
Yeah, it is Daniels. The hair hanging down from the jersey sometimes is a little tough to pick up the number, and the Stars have a 1-0 lead. Here with 10:47 left in the opening period. Puck sends it all the way across. So Daniels has the goal. The Stars nominee for Rookie of the Year plays it across. Now they work it back to the middle. Sends it across ice, use this chance. So Daniels, with her first of the playoffs, has Anya Dieto, and the Stars have a 1-0 lead. They'll work it all the way around. That's playoff broadcast, by the way, comes your way tomorrow night, 6:15. It's going to be the Grey Owls and the Polar Ice, followed by the Blaze and the Tips, a rematch of last year's championship. Long play up the wall for Julian Henry. She just tripped up, and the back half of the leg tripped her up. There's going to be a delay penalty. Anya Dieto to the bench for the extra attacker. Profinich is there to touch it, but the Stars can't touch the putt. Blizzard doing a great job of playing keep away with the attackers on the ice. Cutting through the middle, and now the defender probably touched it or the play was offside, one or the other. And it's going to be a power play here for the Blizzard, their first of the playoff. And we'll see who makes their way to the penalty box when it comes up.
That was Friesen, 21?
Yeah, Jory Friesen. Can actually see that we're panning in on the penalty box in the playoffs. Great job, Curtis. And we're able to pick up exactly who it is. Puck comes back across. You may even want to zoom in one more clip when you're in that far corner, actually, because it is a little bit tough to pick up. Puck comes out. How they work it in. They'll play it all the way around, and this is taken by the Stars. They'll slide it off the window and out. Michael Dial, Chad Erickson, Curtis St. Marie. Puck comes across. How they work it in. Here's another chance, and that's stopped by DeRoche. Quick opportunity. Now you got a bit of an issue because you got the first 7 of the first 10 shots of this hockey game on Anya Dieto, your first power play, and now you got a goalie that can pretty much lock him down with the best of it. Here comes Cleveland back out in front. Whew. And that's going to be puck played to the corner, and we're going to get a whistle. As not too sure what was up there. Anyway, face off for the right of Roxanne DeRoche. Can see me there on the corner. I'll have to show you where the other zoom button is, Curtis. Here's the chance. There's 2 of them. Puck comes across. Now they work it in. There's one on the handle and one up there. Yeah. Puck comes in. Here with 8:44 left in the first period. They'll work it up the window. Puck is sent down. There's about 47 seconds left in the power play. Now they work this all the way down. Back for Van Konen. Slides it across. They'll work it in. Waiting for it is a chance for Joey and Henry. Henry tried to work to the outside. That doesn't work. Back quickly now. Into the zone there. As they'll work at it, this comes all the way down the ice. And it's dumped all the way down. Picking up the puck. Quickly up the wall. Here's Renee Stevenson. Stevenson cutting in. And we'll have to backtrack to their own zone just to write off some time. Stevenson over the blue line. Watch this play. Cut to the middle to the backhand. Oh, just missed. That would have been one sweet finish and probably a highlight reel goal this early in the playoffs. Dude, drop one. Drop one on the breakaway. She just slowed up. Now they work it around. Only goal of the playoffs so far scored by Emily Daniels. Puck works it down. Quickly back to the corner. They'll center it. Here's another opportunity. Shot out in front. Oh, one of the Blizzard players to take it out. No penalty call. They're going to say she fell on her own. And they'll flip it back out to center. Here comes Renee Stevenson. Stevenson, the high rider. That didn't quite work. Back quickly now. As they work it here off the window. That's going to be Profinich. Profinich trying to play it around. That does not work either. And a puck comes out to center ice. Here off the window, Maggie Medoff moves it in. Here with under 7 to go in this first period. 1-0 on the goal by Emily Daniels. And I'm sorry you haven't been able to talk much, Kat Erickson, but there hasn't been a lot of whistles. Puck comes down the ice. Oh, dumped in. Henner got spilled, and there's going to be a penalty to the Blizzard. This is body contact, I'm pretty sure. And they'll do it again. So it's going to be a penalty to, I believe, Medoff. We'll have to wait to see when the numbers comes up on the board, but there she is. In the penalty box, yes, it is Maggie Medoff. And it's going to be 6:38 to go in the power play. They'll send it back to Cross. Now they work it in. Waiting back to the corner. Oh, look at it. Here's a chance for Kira Lee. Oh, she fanned on it. Got it right to the front of the net off the stick of one of her teammates. And it's going to be dropped. That went off the freezing stick into the front of the net. As we wait for the next goal, we've already had one. Off the stick of Emily Daniels, 6:24. Now they work it around. Flips it back quickly, 1:40 to go in the power play. We're slowly getting this graphic figured out too. Puck comes back to cross, they'll send it all the way down. And Roxanne DeRoche got it behind the goal. Quickly there to leave it. Quick out to center. And it's not going to work. The Blizzard will slow this down. And then we'll let defeat it. Now they have a rush. Well, great job on a diving effort by Fleming to try to keep that out. Or keep it into the zone, but out of trouble. Puck comes up the wall here to split. As they'll wait back quickly there for Joplin. Stars power play goes to work. They roll it back for Allie Herring. Back to the point. She's got some help. It looks like it is Kiara Lee. There's a Kiana. She played for the Blizzard here. Or for the Blaze, sorry. I'm going to try to figure out. It is it is Kiana Lee. Tiara played for the Blizzard. I just got that confirmation right now. Back out in front here, the shot. Back quickly here, Stevenson on the follow through that goes over top of the net. Now they work it back to the blue line. Trying to set it up, shot for the point. Right on, that's not going to work. Back quickly. In behind the net. That's a good angle, Curtis. Puck comes back across. Now they work it slowly into the corner. You can see them fighting for it now. 2-on-2 with a bit of a rugby scrum. Here's a shot. Board! They score! That one rolled right through the lanes. She snapped it from the point. And that's Allie Herring. Not Taylor Board. I thought it was Board, but it's Herring. And it's going to be 2-0. The power play goal comes with 3 seconds left. 4:42 remaining in the period. JP goes to close the penalty box door. And it's 2-0 for the Stars on the 9th shot. Now they work it up the window. Here's the steal. They'll chip it off the wall. Quick out is Laura Killibree. Up for Meadow. She has the puck stolen. Pedano's there to chase it. So it's Herring on the power play getting it through. And that one will lose on the Dieto. That's going to be played back into the corner. Now they work it in this chance. So we have a 2-0 lead. And we're about 4:10 or so left in this second period. Puck comes up the window. All the way around. Blizzard back in their own zone, what it's seemingly been for most of this period. Up the wall, Maddox. She was just in the penalty box when the goal was scored by Herring. Back quickly there. Here's Killibree. Can't pull it out, can't keep it in. And the Blizzard will work it all the way around. Here's a chance off the wall for lefty. Palenti moving in the shot at the left pass save there by Roxanne DeRoche. Tries to flip it all the way around. Back into the corner, that doesn't work, and out to center. They'll have to get back. Here's Palenti. Palenti pulled up his shot from a distance, and that's not going to fool Roxanne DeRoche very often. Cat, as she grabs it from a distance. Allie Herring on that goal catch just simply threw the puck to the net. It never hit a body, but it went through the 5-hole of Anya Dieto.
That's what they say. They say keep putting the puck towards the net.
Here's a shot right off the face-off. That careened off a stick of the Stars into the corner, and that's going to be up and out of play as Pedano tries to take a swipe at it. 2-0, 3:20 remaining in the period. Now they have an opportunity. They'll work it down. Trying to have a chance. Rolls it in. Game started at 6:40, so we're still in the first period. Puck comes up the seam. Here's Fleming. Fleming into the zone last minute, kind of had the bat shot. She'll be the first one out. Now she ran right into one of the Stars players. Back out. Here's another opportunity in the corner. They'll rip it around. They'll wait back in. Trying to leave it. Back quickly. They'll center it. Back to the middle. And that's not going to work. Two and a half remaining. As it's flipped all the way across and down. Now they work it in. Up the wall. Here's a long play for Mask. Up quickly now here for Henry. Henry's going to work. Into the middle. Julian Henry from the inner late. Flips to the crowd. I think Gimli. Her hometown. Puck comes all the way around. And it comes back out to the middle. Stevenot giving chase. And I'll shoot it here in behind Dieto. Puck comes back out. Quick opportunity here, and it's not going to work as Nicole sends it in. First time we've seen her this period. I wonder if she was a late arrival. Puck comes in. Here now quickly they'll flip it. That was going to be Dirksen. It just flipped back into the corner. Now they work it. We are in extremely tight corners here for broadcast in this range. Puck comes down. Another shot. Oh, that just flooded over top. This is certainly not ACU arena for sure. Puck comes down. Here's a slap shot. And Dieto will make that stop. And it's going to be grabbed and held with 1:16 to go to period. Two nothing for the Northern Stars. Goals on the power play from Allie Herring, and even strength from Emily Daniels. They'll flip it away. Here's a chance they'll slide it off the glass. That doesn't work. One of the Blizzard players that was roughing it, she lost her stick. And she'll have to go back here. We're in the final minute of the period. Is Polanski back out in front. Now they work it across. They'll flip it away. Sends it down here with 45 seconds. We say hello to Dave Benedictson watching at home. Little under the weather, so we say feel better. Puck comes down. Here is back into the corner. Oswald didn't chase. She got Shea with Duncan with her. The puck's going to play it here with 26 seconds left in the period. Game 1 of this playoff series. Game 2 will be on Saturday night at 6:15. Puck comes all the way across. Drives it to the middle. Actually, sorry, I misspoke. Game 2 of the series is Saturday at 8:30. 8:30. That's the game time on Saturday for game number 2. And Prefinet will watch this play get in near the end of the period, and it is going to be a 2-0 game here on Game Time TV. Kat, your thoughts quickly. Emily Daniels opening the scoring. Allie Herring on the power play.
Lots of shooting from both teams, but also very, very long between whistles, which made it go fast, but also that it tires the girls out. They have no time, so they're consistently moving.
For sure. We will take a break here on Game Time TV. We will be back with the second period in real quick order. You're watching on the MWJHL Broadcast Network, consisting of Game Time TV, Game Day Sports Network, MyFMWinnipeg.com, and TheMWJHL.ca. One period in the books, 2-0 the score. We'll be back with a second in a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for period number 2. That erotic, sarcastic cheer that you heard was for the officials who have made their way onto the ice surface here at Bell MTS. Ice West, Michael Gill, Curtis St. Marie, Kat Erickson, and we'll get it all figured out today. The Blizzard down 2-0 on goals by the Stars from Emily Daniels And Ali Herring in period 2 is underway here from Bell MTS Ice West in game 1 of the playoffs. They'll flip it in here now for Oswald. Oswald in the corner, slides it back around, quickly back out. They'll work it up for Lee. Lee tries to slide this all the way around. Michael Gill, Kat Erickson, Curtis St. Marie on camera tonight. As they'll work it all the way around. Puck comes back. Now they flip it. This comes back out front. They'll come all the way around. We'll try to get Kat Erickson on the mic a little bit more, but no promises because of how few whistles there were in that opening period. Puck comes up the wall here for Shaywood Duncan. She'll flip it in. Now back for Tiana Lee. I should quantify that. That's the Tiana Lee that played for the Stars. It was spelled completely different. And this Kiana is spelled K-E-Y. Spelled K-E-Y-A-N-N-A, and then Lee is L-E-W. The Kiana Lee for the Blizzard is spelled K-I-A-N-A, and then L-E-E. So they're drastically different spelling. Puck come up here for Profinet. Profinet will work it around quickly. They'll roll it back around now. There's this quick opportunity. They'll flip it all the way back. Sends it back into the corner. It's going to be Fleming. Off to try to pull it out of some skates. They'll work it all the way across. They'll send it back up for Laura Kilbury just underway here in the second period. Back up for Renee Stevenson, touch to the middle. Back quickly now here for Kennedy Hills. Hills will spin out of some trouble. Back to the line now here for Ali Herring, and that's just about was their second of the night. As it kind of spiraled away from Anya Dito. Puck comes back across. Now they send it all the way back. Cross ice D to D. They'll work it in. Michael Gill, Chad Erickson, Curtis St. Marie, and the entire MWJHL broadcast network consisting of Game Day Sports Network, Game Time TV, MikeFMWinnipeg.com, and BMWJHL.ca, all 4 platforms. 3 of them anyway will present all the playoff games, and then Game Day Sports Network will have the occasional game for you. And that broadcast schedule has yet to be confirmed. 17:51 here to go in the second period, and that's going to come all the way down. Icing will be the call. Kat, the key with that graphic watch, I noticed you were sitting behind. Did you almost have to anticipate when that puck comes down? Did you have to start it about a second before? I figured that out with another game. Anyway, face off to the right here. Just flip back here, the chance for Cleveland as it's partially blocked. And they'll work it all the way out here. Genevieve Houghton has to deal going back with Ashton Van Konen. And it's sent back in. Dirksen goes back. And that, my friends, is ice in 17:34 left in a period. We will have a quick look at the NHL out-of-town scoreboard. There's 3 games, one of which is happening right now at the KeyBank Center in Buffalo, New York. It is actually, at the Pepsi Center in Denver. Buffalo and Colorado are scoreless. At 9:30 today, there's 2 other games. Pittsburgh goes into LA to play the Kings, and a showdown for first place in the Pacific tonight at T-Mobile Arena between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers. Back with Connor McDavid, Andreas Athanasiou, and Tyler Ennis is their top line, combining for 8 points last night in that victory, or in that overtime loss, And the Ducks scored a game-winning goal from recently acquired Sonny Milano from the Columbus Blue Jackets. So trade deadline acquisitions making a big boost early on. Puck comes down, now they work it around. They'll flip it back, Boers. Can't work it quite cross ice, sends it all the way around. And it goes back into the far side now for Oswald. Oswald in behind the net. Oswald, you can tell she's the only one on her team today and most of the season that's had a white helmet. Here she comes 2-on-1 with Renee Davidson, and Oswald puts it wide. quickly batted again. That was a 2-on-1 with a defenseman and a forward. Back up there now. Logan Matt tries to jam it around. Now they wait for it again. Cross ice, they'll send this back. Both teams go up on the line change. And now I believe this is going to be this Polanski up the ice here. No, it should be Tiana Lee up the ice. Works it in. Here comes Tiana Lee. Lee puts in. DeRoche with a stop. She lost it. It's in the crease and she finds it at the last minute on a dodge breakfast in front of the goal. Yikes, that was scary. Faceoff will be to the right of Roxanne. She's been solid today, stopping all 8 that she's faced. Anya Diego stopping 9 of 11. That's not bad. Both the goals weren't her fault. Here's Tiana Lee coming the other way for the Stars and blows the tire trying to gain the corner. No penalty there. The rule she fell on her own avail. That's a good non-call. Back up now. They send it across. They'll work it in. This comes back and they'll send it across here for Maggie Meadows. Rolls it off the window. Here's the chance at front. That does not work. Quickly back in behind. This does not work. They'll send it across. Up the wall here quickly. This is going to be Meadows. She has it slowed down. Right, kind of in front. There's more people in here now than there were in the first period. When was their last whistle there, Kat? Can you tell me the time?
15:44.
Okay, so almost a minute has gone by. I thought it was a little bit longer. Here's Shea with Duncan. Duncan works it. Remember the Blizzard are without the services of Chichi Anahuo, Alyssa Olsen, Tyra Penner, Rachel Kumsky, and Sydney Irwin tonight. That comes up the wall. Tiana Thompson is the only one missing for the Stars. Here comes Renee Stevenson. Stevenson will leave it. Now they work it back around. Here's the quick outlet feed. Trying to play it back in front. Stevenson looking for the pass across. Or Friesen, sorry, looking for the pass across. That didn't work. Now here's Tiana Lee in the corner. Can't come up with a pot. There's the shot that did over top and wide of the net. Now behind the net. Jammed up against the post and they should blow this down, but they're not going to. Now they do. There was a dodge breakfast on the back of the goal. Kind of a free-for-all. Those are always dangerous, the free-for-alls on the net. Curtis St. Marie doing an excellent job on the camera today. Job well done, sir. Now Curtis doesn't have a microphone, but he can't hear what I'm saying. Here's Precedent. So I better be nice to him. Puck comes back. Now they play it all the way around. Back out. And in the corner, they're going to battle for it at the one-on-one scrum. They'll give it up. Back to the line. Another chance again. That doesn't work. Oh, trying to blow a tire there. And that was Dirksen. Back quickly now here for Joplin for Fleming. The shot. That went into the end net out of play. Now the Blizzard were off for about 13 or so days. 18 days, I think it ended up being. Played that one game there on Sunday. It took a while for them to get back into it. Their offense is considerably dried up, goal scoring wise, since about Christmas time. That comes across, now they'll shoot it in. Remember they lost Emily Middaugh, and that was a formidable part of their offense in the first half of the year. That comes across, now they work it all the way around, and here's going to be Dirksen. Dirksen will send it across now quickly for Oswald. Hammered in there by Brittany Herring. Back quickly there for Shayla Duncan. Slid around the wall there for Madison Joplin. Joplin's there to pitch it up back for Dirksen. Dirksen will give up and wait for the puck. Sends it back across now. Here off the window, jumps it into Genevieve Houghton. And it's going to come back quickly. Waiting back into the zone. Nicely cut out there by Oswald. Now they play this cross ice. They'll work this all the way around. Hammers it back in here, Daniels. Daniels off the window, Emily Daniels. Far side of the zone, she opened the scoring. Now here's the chase at Pedato. In there for Julian Henry. And the speed of the Blizzard has just been completely cut off. Because here come the Stars. Quickly into the zone with 12.5 to go in the second period, 12-8, the Stars are out shooting. There's another puck to the front of the goal, and this one is grabbed by Anya Dieto. Her 13th offering would come her way. She will hang on 12-22. Your thoughts, Kat?
A very quick going game. Both teams are playing hard, but like you said, it is taking a moment for the Blizzard to kind of get going.
It's a game and a half, and boy, if they don't find it in the next couple of days, Saturday might be their last game the way they're playing. Puck comes across here, the shot, wedge right to the net. And don't forget, the Blizzard had a chance to jump up and be the 3 seed, but they lost on Sunday to the Grey Owls. So they don't even really have to be here today, but they are because of a loss on Sunday. Pushed them all the way down to 4th, and a Prairie Blades victory, which gave them 2nd. We're going to have a slashing call, and it's going to go, I think, to the Manitoba Blizzard. And that's going to be Maggie Maddox. She'll sit in the box for 2 or less. Thank you for zooming in, Curtis. That's how come I was able to pick up the number. Now Maston Fleming will take the draw. Short-handed. They almost took the face-off on the wrong side of the ice. That would have been hilarious. The team in the power play gets the punt in the offensive zone to start. So it's going to be Maddox in the box. Fleming to do damage to the dot for the Blizzard. She'll win the draw short-handed. Rolls it back now for Logan Mask. Pass quickly to work it around. Tries to send it here. The shot right to the net. Right on goal. Stopped by Dieto. And like I said, this Blizzard offense has just kind of dried up since Christmas. And it kind of happened, to be completely honest with you, at the wrong time of the year. Now they worked it all the way around, and that's going to be another whistle.
The Stars, as a team, are doing a great job of putting it towards the net, though.
Yeah, now they worked it off the window. This comes back to the corner on the power play, and this is the problem. The Stars are a playoff team. As we've seen the last number of years, they can lock it down defensively, and they can give you very, very little. The Blizzard are learning that the hard way right now. Power play up the window. Here's a chance in front for Oswald. Oswald back out in front. Oh, they swing it right to the net. And Dieto makes, dare I say it, a game-saving stop, because I think this one's over if they go down 3. And it's going to be another face-off to the right of Anya Dieto. Face off to the right. Puck comes across now. Here's this chance for Renee Stevenson. She'll lose the puck, but they'll get it back to the line. Take the shot to kind of draw the traffic right to the net. Waiting for the lead. Right this off, another shot. And that's in to the breadbasket of the goaltender. She's going to squeeze it with a glove and hang on. 11:01 to go here in period 1. Or period 2, pardon me. I would have scared a lot of people if we were still in the first period. Here's a shot Oswald. Right on, although the way the pace of this game is played, it feels like we've been playing for 10 minutes. Puck comes back to cross. That's off the wall. Here's the breakaway. This might change the game. It's Joey and Henry. Henry moving in. Scores! A short-handed breakaway. And I think we caught that celebration right into the bench. And might that change the game a little bit? You got that celebration? Good job, man. We'll have a look on the replay about Joey and Henry. Face-off will be at center ice. Now they work it all the way around. There's this chance quickly back out. So we have Joey and Henry short on the breakaway. And ain't that funny, Chad? The Stars had a chance to make it 3-0. Dieto makes a big save. The ensuing face-off, the puck comes down the other way. And now it's all of a sudden 2-1, and maybe they're right back in the game. Puck comes across. That's where they are back in the game. We've just about come halfway here, so that Henry goal could not have come at a bigger time. Puck comes back across. Now they send it down. Here they come around the board. They're going to send it all the way down on the penalty kill. Michael Gill Curtis St. Marie. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're halfway through this game. It is a 2-1 game, and it's turned into a barn burner. Puck comes out in front. Pedano takes a bit of a shot. This is dumped down by Tiana Lee. May we be in store for some extra time tonight? Who knows? Puck comes in. That's the beauty of playoff hockey. Puck comes down. They'll work it around here now off the wall for Durston. Sends it around for Menoff. She's been in the penalty box. Was in the penalty box when the short-handed goal was scored. Now they flip it off the window. We'll see what that does to the Blizzard. Now they work it in front. They're trying to jam it short side. Great job on the angle there, Curtis. As they'll work it cross ice. Here comes, that's going to be in Tasher. Works it sideways. There's the steal quickly. Menoff trying to pull the puck out of some speed. Blizzard send it wide after he started, so he sent it wide of the goal. Van Tonen tries to knock it in. Joey and Henry there. All of a sudden the defensive zone, it's like a bunch of bees trying to win a race to the honey. Puck comes back to Trot. I have no idea why I just said that. Puck comes back. Oh, sorry, that worked to the Trot. I did everybody laughing here around me. Puck comes back to Trot. They worked it in. Here's the shot. That's going to be Tillabry. Tillabry takes it. Now they worked it off the wall. 8:27 to go here in the second period. It is a 2-1 score. Puck will flip down here now. Tiana Houle. Actually, Houle's not in the lineup. Sorry. That was may have actually been. Hang on, we'll see that. Joplin, but shot it down at 10. Puck comes up the window now. Here's Renee Stevenson. They're usually in the defensive zone windup. Through the middle. It's like the Red Sea part. Just to the face-off circle. Looking around the net. She's working with it. Drops it off. Back to the middle. Herring the shot. We had one goal just like that earlier. Puck comes off the board. That was the power play goal by Allie Herring. Back quickly. And speaking of Allie Herring, she's going to go back. Quickly into the zone. Almost a giveaway at the blue line. Puck squirts back for Herring. Herring sends it in. Back for Joy Frieden. Does a little loop-de-loop. How you doing? Sends it back to Trot. Sends it in. As she's quickly dancing away from a couple of Blizzard players. Rolls it around. Spin around on a loop-de-loop. And here comes the Blizzard. Sends it off the wall. Fleming. Shot. And that is squeezed and held on. That
That was like about a good 5 minutes worth of play there in between whistles.
Back out. On the power play, this game has certainly had a little bit of a... It's been good. It's been a still game, no physicality. My question to you guys is, can you tell that it's the playoffs? Sends it across. It's just a completely different level. Works it in. It's Joey and Henry. Oh! She tried the little dipsy doodle with a putt. Tried to take the pass between her legs. It didn't quite work. Blizzard will reload. They have to be careful. Everybody has to vacate the zone. Now they work it across. They'll set it back in. You can tap the whole playoff. Every single game. Here on Game Time TV and the MWJHL Broadcast Network. If you like what you see, here's the dipsy doodle. That's not going to work. As it gets set back across. Now they worked it around. No water skiing allowed. Puck comes back across. They'll send it in. Works it down as it's flipped. And it's going to be Stevenson and Daniels going off on the line change. As it's flipped into the corner. On play. Oh, great anticipation. Dirksen cuts it off. Works it back. Gives it right back to Henry. Actually, Fleming. Sorry. Fleming moves it in. After Fleming, the shot that goes wide. Now they worked it into the corner. Trying to dip the putt. Now they worked it across. Great back check here by Tiana Lee. She got Renee Stevenson. Now quickly back here for Van Tonen. After that mask, so he twins it around the wall. Back in front now. Here's Herring. Right to the net. Shot that stopped by Dieto. And it's going to be 5:44 left in an entertaining second period. And it's one of those games that you never want to end because it's so good. So might we be headed for some overtime?
Both these teams against each other the last couple times I've seen them play. have been really close, really good games.
On paper, this is the closest series of the three of them, and it's certainly shaping up that way. The other two series go tomorrow, 6:15 and 8:45. 6:15, sorry, and 8:30, including the championship rematch between the Tips and the Blaze at 8:30 tomorrow. If you're watching us in Ontario, that would be 9:30 Eastern time. Puck comes down. Now they work it back. If you're in Arizona, we believe that would be 6:30, 6:30 Pacific time. As the puck gets rolled back around, here's a chance in front. Hitacher tries to work it around. That doesn't work. And now they shimmy it up the board. Here off the window. Great job here by Laura Tilbury. Plays it across. Now they work it in. Under 5 to go here in the second period. We have ourselves a 2-1 lead for the Northern Stars. Now it is that Allie Herring power play goal. That is the difference between these two. Split the difference for the better part. 5-on-5. This is a 1-1 game. The power play goal right now is everything in this hockey game right now as far as the difference. Puck comes up the seam. Mel works it across. Here's Renee Stevenson. Stevenson does her little dipsy doodle. Waits at the faceoff circle. Slides it just wide of the goal. Thought she was going to put her head down and go right to the net. We've seen that an awful lot. And that's one of those scenarios too, right? When Renee Stevenson decides she wants to dominate, not many players in the league can stop her. Puck comes across. Now they work it around. Joey Friesen tries to work against Meadows. Meadows has seen an awful lot of ice. They'll flip it back around. Here's a chance for Oswald moving in. Oh, she had the shot blocked. Here we're 4:04 to go in the second period. Oswald works it in. We have a 2-1 game. Quickly up the board. They're going to shimmy it. Here's Meadows. Meadows moving in. Meadows 1-on-1. That's a lot bad save by Roxanne DeRoche. Hasn't had to face a lot of rubber here in the second period. Puck comes out in front. And oh my goodness. Casey Pruffinet is staring at the rafters because she had the 2-2 goal on her stick. And she couldn't put it past the goaltender. Scott Stroh from Hockey Night in Manitoba, Junior Night in Manitoba, is walking by. Back off the window. You can tell it's the playoff games because all hands are on deck. Former MWJHL president Kirk Cuppers is also here. Puck comes across. Here's Lee. Lee's going to work it. Lee right to the net. That's not going to work. Puck comes across. They'll send it all the way around. Works it in. Here's Tiana Lee. Can't work it back into the zone. 3:24 to go here in the second period. 2-1 Stars. The insurance goal right now, or the game deciding goal, is that power play goal from Allie Herring. Puck comes back across. Here's a chance in front. Don Pyle in the crease, and Dieto keeps the puck out on this side of the goal line, much to the delight of her teammates. And we have a whistle. 3:07 here to go in the second period. Coming up on 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Not anywhere near my bedtime yet because this game is so good. Puck comes back across. Now they work it off the window. Although tomorrow night, that 8:30 game might be pushing my bedtime a little bit. Puck comes across. They'll send it across, but pretty much anything for playoff hockey, right? Here's Henry. Henry plays it back across. That's the way to do it. In the corner, back out in front. Back to the point. Here's the shot. That's not going to work. As that is blocked. Now they send it across. It might be a 2-on-1. You missed on one end. You get the chance the other way. Here's Stevenson put their head down. Hold it just wide. Back in front. Nobody there. And Dana Poulton comes racing off the bench to protect the puck behind her own net. Will slop it up the board. Here they work it in, trying to slide it. Here's Nicole. She's seen a rare shift in this period from what we've seen. And the puck is going to come all the way out, all the way down, and slowly getting back. There, I believe, was Penner. She left a little bit. Actually, that was Dirksen, so if it came back, looking a little iffy on her skates there. I think that was almost a lethargic. Let's wait for the icing call. You just better hope the referee called it, eh? Because if it's too slow, they're going to wave it off. Back out is a chance into the middle. And more kids, you know, you could also have that icing negated. Puck comes back here with the chance to Genevieve Houghton. Back quickly around the wall. Under 2 to go here in the second period. Great opportunity, swung on and missed. And now the puck is going to come back into the zone. Waiting for it. It's going to be an icing call. And we're going to have a whistle here with 1:44 remaining in the period. And a pretty interesting hockey game to say the very least. Michael Dale, Chad Erickson, Curtis St. Marie. Puck comes back in. 1:40 to go here in the second period. We have ourselves a 2-1 game. Puck comes back to Kratos, swinging around the wall. This is going to be controlled. Brady Maddox trying to work the Kratos back out. Here for Dana Poulton. They'll slap it in. Icing will be the call once again. Blizzard cannot change. They'll do the face-off to the right of Giedo. And we'll have to see if they take a timeout. I don't think they will. Dyke Orchard and Catherine Houston standing on the top of the bench. Rick Gates and Jim Webster manning the deep. Right to left on the Blizzard bench. Puck comes across the backup goalie. Isabel Reuter running the gate for the Stars, who have Dave Stays and Judge Farrer right to left on the bench. Puck comes up here with Lee. Lee will work it. She's trying to spin it away. This has been a great game to start the playoffs. They'll send it across, back out in front. Looking at it, that does not work. In off the wall. Here they come over in the final minute. Long play into the zone. Icing at the last minute. Whoa. Bit of a hesitant call there. 50-50 call, and they went to go the safe way. So, but they didn't have the big collision into the boards chasing after the puck, and that's the right call. Michael J. Chad Erickson, Curtis St. Marie. Curtis is studying broadcasting in the broadcast program at Herding College. Puck comes across. Now they work it around. There's a steal that doesn't work. They'll drive it in. Quick rush to the middle. Ruffin can't come up with it. We got 30 seconds left in this period. They'll work it off the window. Now they will play it. Long lead play. That's going to be swatted. Back for Brittany Herring. Herring over center. Tries to play it for Oswald. That misses their stick. They'll wave the icing off. 13 seconds left in the period. But it slipped through the middle. They'll shoot it down. This might be icing. She was on the wrong side of center, and they're going to call it. It is icing. She was on this side of center by a stride or two. And now this is going to be that pivotal face-off with 5 seconds left in the period to the right of Roxanne DeRoche. Now they worked it. Face-off will be back, and that's going to go into the corner. No harm, no foul. That's going to be tied up in the corner. That is going to do it for 2 periods of play. A 1 goal in the period. We might have a penalty here at the end of the period. Oh, we gotta be careful. Referee just telling the teams to disperse. Stars will go to the dressing room, which will be on the right side of the rink, and the Blizzard are on the left side of the rink. As the home team. Now they're opposite.
Yeah.
Opposite in this rink. And we're going to have a...
We're going to have a cross-checking penalty to the Blizzard.
Yeah, that's why the referee was so quick to get in there. We'll pan in on that conversation a little bit while I get cat spots. Now both players going over, trying to plead their case. I don't think it's going to work. The short-handed goal, Cat, it seemed to have given the Blizzard a little bit of a jump there from Joey and Henry in that second period.
They definitely, I feel like they took it, went with it, and rocked with it. Very, very quick game. Both teams, the passing on the Stars, though, they're making their passes when they're trying to pass, which is good. And now the Blizzard have kind of decided that, hey, I'm here, I'm not going to allow these passes to happen, so they're intercepting them. Very, very great hockey.
Now the officials are having a conversation. They'll disperse to the dressing room. Makes me wonder if they're looking maybe at a 5-minute penalty or a penalty at all. We'll have to see. There's nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. 2-1 to score. It's been a good one. here at the Bell MTS Ice Fest. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the third period. Stay tuned. Fasten your seatbelts, boys and girls and children of all ages, men and women. This roller coaster is making a turn for the third period. And it's sure to be a doozy. Cat's laughing at my analogy right off the hop. That's always good. Puck comes back to cross and we're underway in what should be a roller coaster of a third period, but a good one. Puck comes across, now they work it around. Who will turn in the favor of a 1-0 series lead? We will find out. Puck comes down. Now they work it around the wall. You will find out just like the rest of us. Who will take home the third period? Puck comes back to the wall lead. By the way, I should mention there was a penalty to number 3 on the Northern Stars. Number 3 on the Manitoba Blizzard. Casey Profinet for a cross check at the end of the second period, and I'll dump it down. Just underway here in the third period. Michael Yale, Curtis St. Marie. Oh, man. Just about a goal. And now they're going to blow this down because the net came off. And I'll fix it. Oh. When you're not watching, things happen. You like the handle? Yeah, I do too. Curtis St. Marie just remarking about my handle on the camera. Puck comes across. Now they work it off the window, just underway here in the third period. 19:05 to go. And now send this all the way down, back out to the center ice area. They'll flip it in. We're just underway here in the third period. They'll send it back across, looking at it down at the corner. This is not worth back quickly out front. And I'll work it all the way around. Puck comes back out in front here, the chip job. The puck's going to work itself all the way back out. Sends it around, now back to the corner. And I'll quickly work this all the way down. Quickly back to the middle. Here's this opportunity. Nothing there quickly. Tiana Lee picks it up at the corner. On the power play, will walk the line, attempt to get to the middle. Still finds a teammate in the back half of the corner. And it's 23 seconds left in the minor to Casey Prefinet. They'll send this out to center here in a 2-1 game. They'll send it back in. Game 1 of the playoff. The winner will take a 1-0 series lead. And the loser will have to fight off elimination on Saturday night at 8:30. Puck comes down and Kiara Lee sends it in. Or Kiana Lee, sorry. Kiara will be playing tomorrow, and the puck comes right in on the goal, and that is stopped with a second left in the penalty. Bill Christensen says hi to all of us.
Hello, Bill.
I don't know if he's watching, but anyway, puck comes back to the corner. I'll play it off the wall. Hi in case he watches this back later, which is very possible. Puck comes back to the corner. Now they work it around. There's a chance in front. That's swatted back to the corner. Now they work it around. There's going to be Joplin. Joplin works it off the window. They'll send this all the way across. Here now it's going to be back into the middle. Trying to skate after this to Kennedy Hill. Can't come up with it. Now they work back in the middle. You might want to zoom in one more clip, Curtis. Puck comes back across. Now they send this all the way around. They score and we're tied up. We're tied up at 2s. She's been banging on the door all night long. And this is going to be Maddie Fleming. I think who's going to get it. And the hockey game is tied at 2. On the 14th shot of the night. They'll flip it all the way around. So now all of a sudden overtime looks like a possibility. They'll send us across. So Fleming has had a great game and finishes it off with her first of the playoffs, and it's going to be a 2-2 tie. They'll send this back around quickly out to the middle. Now the Blizzard look like the better team in the back half of the second period. It's the Henry shorthanded goal. They'll flip it all the way around. This thing tied at 2 here in the third period. Now they work it across. Here's Melissa McCole. Now they watch out, fair warning. I did a stand for a minute, Curtis, so try to avoid my presence on the camera. Puck comes across. Now they work it around. Back to Knight, went off to bat down now. Puck comes off the window. Here's Laura Kilbury. Sends it across. Now they work it around. Here in the 2-2 game, we have an offside. So they kill off that penalty to Pruffin it. They get the goal by Fleming, and we were tied at 2. And we are underway here in the third period. Now back out to the middle. They'll play it back to the corner. They'll flip it out here in the 2-2 score. Madison Fleming has just tied the game. Now they work it around. Puck comes back into the middle. Poulton is there, but it's going to be a start. Puck to the offensive zone, and she just ran her over. There's going to be a penalty to the Stars. Goodness gracious, they came a long way and just ran her over like a freight train. And it's going to be Joey and Henry going to get the penalty. Offensive zone power play time starting. Now they work it all the way again. To the right of Gino. Whoops. And we might have to make the slight adjustment to the seating arrangement. It's going to be Henry to the penalty box.
Is that,
sorry?
Is that on the right side?
No. Not in front, it's not going to matter. Because the Stars have just slapped the power play. Oh, no. Why do they look like they always look like they scored? Okay, so Lee tried to slap her, that didn't work. We'll get the power play figured out here. Back to the corner, now they work it around. Under 16 minutes to go here in the third period. They'll work it across. They send it in, that doesn't work. And all the way out to the middle, held in here for Lee. Lee was denied once the shot. That's going to be a bad save by Gino. Here for Lee. We are tied at 2 here in the third period. Will we be destined for some overtime? Here's a shot that stopped off the stick of Renee Stevenson. And the Blizzard will pound this all the way out to center. Held in by Lee. Now for Joey Frieden. Frieden looking. Frieden rolls it around. Back to the middle. This doesn't work. It just cut off. Lee puts it down. Nicely done without a whistle. Back quickly now. Here for Renee Stevenson. Middle of the ice. Tries to wind it up. Back quickly for Oswald. Sends it back for Lee. Lee to the middle of the ice. I think she had Frieden in that back corner. Back for Lee, but a sprawling body gets the cross to cut it off. Oswald, and now going through the body again are the Blizzard. They're going to be 2 players short. They should just give up the puck, the Stars. They should just give it up. It's a 5-on-3 coming. I don't think they realize that. And the Stars aren't going to give it up. 30 seconds left. Here's the shot, that rebound. They can't get there. Now there's a whistle. But there could have been a whistle about 25 seconds before that. And it's going to be a 5-on-3 here for 27 seconds. It's going to be... Yeah, the thing is, the problem is Medoff drove right through the body on that play. And that's going to be a penalty 9 times out of 10. Stars with a 5-on-3. The power play has 1 goal already. So a 2-man advantage, 27 seconds. Tied at 2 here in the third period. They'll work it around. Back to the corner now here for Oswald. Oswald tries to set it up back in front. Oh, the shot that just went wide. Trying to work it back to the corner. They're going to set it up. 5-on-3 for 10 seconds. Henry will step out of the box in a minute. We are tied at 2 here in the third period. Back to the line. Here's Dirksen. She can't hold it. Sends it back across. Sends it back to the middle. Pressure on Oswald. Back to 5-on-4. Back for Dirksen. And the Blizzard will come out You're short-handed, 1-on-2. Fleming has 1 goal already this period. Will just flip it toward DeRoche, and she will hang on. You did a lot there at Roxanne DeRoche on your camera. Roxanne has been pretty good today. Having to stop 14 of 16. Anya Dieto stopping 20 of 22. Face off in the defensive zone, 116. As it's 200 feet away from where the power play needs to operate. Sherwood Duncan squirts to that loose puck, can't get it out. Follow through, they do. Pass quickly here for Renee Stevenson, tried to send it up. Now they work it in. We were just underway here a little bit through the third period. 13 and a half to go here in a 2-2 game as Madison Fleming has tied the game. Puck comes in behind. They'll work it across here in a 2-2 game. Now flip it up. Trying to send us down here off the window with Daniel. She's got the game's opening goal. Daniels on the power play. Wraps it around. She can't finish it. Pass quickly now to Tipton all the way down the ice. The winner of this game will have a chance to close the series out here on the MWJHL Broadcast Network Saturday night at 8:30. Puck comes down. The loser fights off elimination to try to send it to a game on Sunday. Puck comes across. That's going to be at 6. That's going to be at 4:15 on Sunday, I think. Back to the corner. They'll work it around. Here's the shot. That's going to squirt wide. Back to the middle. Another shot. That's going to go over top of the net. Dito kind of froze, and they score. I didn't did Renee Stevenson. Yeah, and what it was, Kat, and you can help me comment on this one. It was that original shot over top of the net that kind of froze Dito. The puck came back down out in front. And Renee Stevenson slid it past Dito, who was busy watching that puck go over top of the net and not really in any danger of going in. And a Stars now have a 3-2 lead. Back quickly now. Both teams have a goal here in the third period. They'll send it across, 12:20 to go here in regulation. So Renee Stevenson on the board. The big guns for the Stars have this game in their favor by a goal, but still 12 minutes to go. There's another hit. And some of the fans wanted a penalty. I don't think they're going to get it. Roughing it. Although that was just as bad as the other 2 body contact plays that were called earlier in this period. Here's another shot. Back down in front. Oh, they're looking for the tying goal here. The puck comes all the way down. Not a lot of whistles. Not a defenseman blows the tire, and the puck is in offside because of it. Can you tell it's the playoffs, Kat?
Yeah, there's definitely both ways. They're just letting them play, which is great.
And I can also tell it's the playoff because both teams are putting an extreme amount of effort and caution into this game. Puck comes back out. Curtis is telling me he can't tell it's the playoff. I think he's just kidding around. Puck comes back off the window. Another opportunity. And they're going to scramble. Another one in front of Dieto. That one just squirted wide. Now they roll it off the wall. Here's a chance again. Back quickly. Sends it across. No penalties coming up here. Fleming had the tying goal. Renee Stevenson just put the Stars ahead 3-2. And they're going to flip it all the way across again. Back now and they work it down. In off the window, and it goes behind the goal. Or out in front of the goal, pardon me. They'll send it off. Here now Fleming in a battle with Boers. 3-2 to score here in the third period. Both teams exchanging goals. Stevenson has just broke the 2-2 tie about 2 minutes ago. Puck comes across. Here comes the Stars again. The follow-up. And they want a top shelf. I think Dieto's glove got a piece of it. Now they work it around at 10:39. Back quickly, they'll flip it here with 10.5 to go. Third period it is. A quick 3-2 game. Puck comes around, now they work it all the way back. By the way, the Winnipeg Ice female U18 opening their series with Yellowhead. It was scoreless after 2 periods, by the way. Puck comes out in front. Here's a nice stop There by DeRoche. Another shot out in front. That just goes behind the net. Fleming looking for her second of the period. Up for Mass. That doesn't work. Sends it in. She had no choice. Did prepping it. Had to work it around. Michael Gill, Kat Ayrton, Curtis St. Marie. Under 10 to go here in the third period. 3-2. The Stars in the lead. 5 seed and 4 seed. Perceived to be the tightest playoff series of the three of them, and it's lived up to that so far through just about 50 minutes. Driving through, Joey and Henry knocking over Penner. Back across, now they work it through. Here for Profinet, overskates it. Here's off the window, it's Renee Stevenson. She's going to have a chance, 1-on-2. Put off the bench, tries to work around. Great job by the defense. Oh, she drops it back. Just about eluded the side of the net there. Now they work it around. Blizzard trying to pull it out of their own zone. Back to the corner now. Here's the shot. That is going to be stopped by Anya Dieto. And we're going to have a 9-10 left in the third period. I am told that we have some people watching. Some Blizzard fans watching today in Phoenix, Arizona. So welcome if you're still tuned in from Phoenix. Hopefully the weather's not too warm, but I think that would be
Is there such
a
thing?
gross misinterpretation. Puck comes back across. It's probably warm there. Why else would people be in Phoenix right about now? Although I just about went sun tanning today in -12 here. So that might not have been the smartest play. Puck comes back off the wall. Totally joking, of course. Here comes Henry. There's going to be a penalty. This is going to go to the Northern Stars. And Blizzard are going to get a power play here when this puck gets touched up. And Dieto will come back on the ice. Extra Chatter came back on. Will now go off. And I believe I'm going to get from our producers the current temperature in Phoenix, Arizona. What is it?
I'll get it in a second. I'm trying to do hockey things and
now they worked it all the way around. This comes back to the corner, so it's going to be Dirksen who's going to take the penalty, and a Blizzard will be on the power play. Back quickly here for Ashton Van Konen. Waiting for it, the puck will come up the ice, squirts through the stick. They'll still have enough time to figure it out. Madison Joplin. Oh, Oswald blew a tire. Allowed the puck to come in the front of the net. And DeRoche that not under my watch will stop that puck. Back to the corner. Now they worked it around. Back to the corner now looking. Here's a chance right to the net. Oh, that hit the side of the net. Rebound. Oh, the puck squirted up in the air. Blizzard came close there. As the defenseman at the post. Here's Duncan. Sends it back across now for Fleming. Fleming walks in off the wall. Leaves it. Throws it in the corner. DeRoche gets a piece of it. Now they work it off the window. And they're going to come back up the wall. Here comes Frieden. Frieden slows up, shorthanded. Oh, had that shot blocked. Blizzard got to hurry if they want an odd-man rush. It's going to be picked off by Frieden. I don't think she wanted anything to do with the play. I think she was skating off on a line change. And the puck was just sitting there. Now there's a 3-on-3 rugby scrum just outside the blue line. Blizzard come out with it. Put off the rush to the defenseman at the back off. It's a partial breakaway. Backing up on the backhand. DeRoche makes the save. Something out of nothing on that play, Kat.
all right, so I found it's 19, but feels like 18 in Phoenix right now. And there's a little bit of a time difference in comparison to Winnipeg weather, which is -17, feels like -20. So they're quite significantly warmer than us.
Yeah, quite significantly, but I'm told we are going to have beach tanning weather on the weekend to the tune of +2. Puck comes down. Now they work it around. Here's the chance back to the line. This shot that just rolled wide. Back into the corner. Now they work it. In off the wall. Tries to drive it. Backhander. Now they look for it. Final set into the power play. Dirksen will step out of the box right now, and it's back to 5-on-5. 3-2 in the final 6.5 minutes of this hockey game. Michael Dale, Kat Ayrton, Curtis St. Marie. The three-headed monster for this playoff opener. They'll send it up the wall. Here's the partial break. Moving in. Oh, nice job hitting around the punt there. I think that's Davenant reaching back to cut off that play. Back into the corner. Now it looks like we might have the Silvertips. I think that's the Silvertips standing behind the net of MWJHL. And the punt is going to work it. 6 minutes to go here in the third period. 3-2 to score. Now they work it off the boards. Trying to make it happen. And the reason they're not getting dressed before their practice is in case this goes to overtime. Puck comes back off the window. Here's the chance for Maddie Medoff. Medoff moved in. Medoff the shot. That's going to go off the shin and back into the corner. 5:43. Back to the middle. Here they work it. Send it in. Shot. Rebound. Oh, that just went wide. Stars are applauding their goaltender because she just made a big save. And out of desperation, they'll shoot it all the way down. Icing will be the call. And we're going to see what's happening here in that playoff game. Will be tomorrow. The Manitoba Grey Owls and the Polarite on the air, Game Time TV, 6:05 Central, 7:05 Eastern Time. Puck comes across, and in the late game will be 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central between the Prairie Blades and the Silvertips, who are currently all behind the net of MWJHL to our left. And there's going to be an offside at the blue line. And they're pointing at her stick. And Lee is going to pick up her stick, and that is going to be it. Terrific game here from Bell MTS Icewets.
They're going to give her a penalty.
What would that penalty be?
I wonder if it was high sticking. Not confident on that, but.
Yeah, Lee is going to get it. Maybe something for playing the puck too. Anyway, it's going to be a power play here for the Blizzard, a chance for them to tie the game again. Back to the corner here, it's 23-21 to shot. Out in front, that doesn't work. Back to the line, now they work it around. Another 5 to go here in regulation. They're going to swing it, this comes back to the front. Looking, swing job. Oswald can't, she'll come up with it. They'll send it down, it's blocked, but sent all the way down and backing up. Going on her horse is Kleeman. They're to pitch it up in Genevieve Houghton. Houghton off the rush. Sends it back down. Great job there by Houghton on the penalty kill. Here are 4.5 remaining here in this game. 1:20 in the Tiana Lee Northern Stars penalty. Puck comes all the way down. Icing on the power play. That is going to benefit the Stars, who are still having to kill off this power play. 4:20 remaining.
So they called that hooking.
The hooking call.
Yeah.
Maybe she hooked her.
And then lost her stick.
Attempted to drop the stick to maybe sell it a little bit more. Now they work it off the window. This comes back to the corner. They'll look to leave it. Sends it across here with under 4 to go, or nearing the 4-minute mark. Sends it off the wall. Here's a shot. That doesn't work. That's blocked. Out come the Stars. It's going to be Tillabri. You're going to have to rely on your penalty killer to get you through the net 45 seconds. Here's Joey and Henry around the net, winding up. She does share with Duncan at the point. Oh, but Duncan can't hold it in. Now they have to reload. That's going to benefit and give the Stars a few seconds. Tillabri tries to reach it. Puts her stick in the lane, gets it out to the blue line, just on this side of center. Blizzard will have to dump it in. 3.5 to go here in the third period. We are nearing that time of the game where the next goal either sends it to overtime or salts the game away. 3:19 left here in the third period. Puck comes across. Now they send it all the way around. That's going to be taken there by Duncan. In the corner, she's going to sidestep a forechecker. Final seconds, it's back to 5-on-5. Under 3 to go, Medoff moving in. Maggie Medoff can't control it. Now they work it off the wall to start, they'll send it in. Quick off the rush, driving. Here's a chance in front. That doesn't work. Emily Daniels looking for her second of the evening, and that doesn't work. Up the seam. Now they send it to Cross. Quickly working, shooting. Maddox put it just wide. Oh my goodness, that was so close. 2.5 to go here in the third period. The 5 seed Northern Stars with a 3-2 lead over the 4 seed Manitoba Blizzard. Puck bounces off the wall. Comes right to McKenna Oswald. Oswald will pound it off the glass. Get it to Daniels. Daniels finds Oswald. Oswald sprints in the offensive zone. Get the shot. Oh, Dieto almost lost it. And it's going to hang on to that one. Nervous moments. Anxious moments. I don't think you could have asked for a better start to the MWJHL playoffs. Face-off comes to the right as I'm watching Alyssa Boff just watch practice. Getting ready for her team's practice, but comes back to the corner. Now they work it around with 2:06 to go. That should be empty probably next play as it comes back into the middle. Chance again, that doesn't work. Quick to the backside, they'll work it. Drives it around here now. Looks at it back to the corner. Right on the shot. Oh, by Dirksen, and that's going to be squeezed and held by Gito. I'm sending our post-game interview requests attached to your phone so that you have them. Now we have a chance. Face off back to the right. Here's the chance off the side of the net. Nothing there. They'll work it in. Michael Gill, Kat Erickson, Curtis St. Marie. Back quickly over to $1.35. Puck is 200 feet away from where it needs to be. Puck goes to the net. Gito makes the stop. Now we're going to work at it. Into the middle. And I'll send this out front. Quickly out of the corner. This drops it, and it's going to come back for Dana Poulton. Back, she'll leave it now. Get some help there for Maddox. Minute 12. Works it all the way around. Into the middle, sends it out. Another chance. It might be the Blizzard's last chance. Now they might take a timeout here. The net is empty. And if you want some visual evidence, just look down to our left. That net is empty. This might be a women's gold medal game scenario. Remember when the Americans hit the goalpost on an empty net and Canada came up the ice? Tied the game and wound up winning it. We have a timeout here by the Manitoba Blizzard, down by 1. And we'll pan it on their bench. You know, the easy plan is to do what you do if you win the draw. The bigger issue becomes what do you do if you lose the draw with an empty netter.
Depends on which team you are.
Right, and again, we're speaking from a Manitoba Blizzard perspective. What to do if you lose the draw with an empty net. And it's quite simple. It's get that puck back as fast as you can. As we're now having a look at Dave Stays giving some direction to the Northern Stars. We assume it was a Manitoba Blizzard timeout. And there'll be 1:04 remaining here.
Both these teams playing nice and hard and lots of skating.
Yeah. I expect game 2 to be much the same way. Whether it goes to a game 3 or not, I expect game 2 to be the same. Here comes the cross. Blizzard win the draw. Back to the cross. Oh, they had an open shot. They couldn't get it to the front of the net. Now they're going to swing at it as the Oswald had a chance to get it out. She couldn't. Back quickly. Now they work it around. Blizzard have an empty net. We got to remember that about 200 feet. This is going to come down and be icing as it goes beside the net. Face off to the right of DeRoche. 36.9 remaining. There might be a bit of a difference. Game clock to graph it. But we will tell you what it is with the big boys. And now we have a timeout the other way presumably to the Northern Stars. Anyway, one team took the timeout. Pretty sure that was the Manitoba Blizzard the last time. And now it's going to be the Northern Stars taking their timeout. And their girl didn't realize that they took the timeout. So they're going to hustle over for the last 20 seconds of this timeout. We got 36 seconds left in regulation. Yeah, it's an empty net anyway. 3 seconds left in the timeout again. Same scenario. What do you do if you win the draw? What do you do if you lose the draw? They'll do the face-off to the right of Roxanne DeRoche. The net, as you saw to my left, is empty. Anya Gieto is actually parked in the middle of the bench for the Manitoba Blizzard. It's not going to matter. You need a tying goal. You may as well take your chances with the goalie out. 6 attackers against 5 off the draw. They'll work it off the wall. Why do I smell a tying goal coming? Back to the corner, they'll work it around. Back to the wall here with 26 seconds left. Back to the corner now, here's Mask. Going to work it back in front. Oh, that was blocked. I didn't work that through to the net. Mask will follow up. Here's the Northern Stars puck. They'll lift it high up. Icing down as it goes wide of the net again. 13.1 left. No teams have timeouts left. So this is just draw it up to the best of your ability. They'll switch to the other face-off. So it's going to be Fleming to take it for the Blizzard, and she's going to lose the draw. Now they got to find a way to get the puck back. That was a quick whistle for tangling it up in the corner. Usually they let that go a little bit more, but 8.9 left in this third period. The Blizzard coaches, Jai Orchard watching. Off the window, one of his players takes the tumble. That looks like drop one. That's not going to do it. That's going to come all the way back. And the Northern Stars are going to win. Maybe playing their best game in quite some time. And some timely goals have them up 1-0 in this series. We'll pan on the handshake if there's going to be one. And they're waiting for it here. Team forgot about the handshake. We'll pan on the handshake, Curtis, once we get the camera under control. I think the Blizzard forgot about the handshake. So they got to get their team out of the room. Some of them anyway. And the final score here is quite adventurous. We'll get Curtis St. Marie on here for 8 now.